And here is a shot underneath the tunnel where we got everything all buttoned up. You see our little guy, our seam sealer's all dried up, and our paint, our little tacks through. And yeah, everything's good, Mel. And this guy will just kind of go, Mel, into the shifter guy. But what I have to do now is gotta figure out what the fuck to do with this thing. So I'm thinking maybe I just, if that's a nut, I break it there at the nut and maybe just zip tie this bar up to something. I really don't know what the hell else to do with it, man. Guess we'll try to maybe see how it hooks up in the back there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pa! 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 It's in there. I'm like getting to be an expert at transmission pulling and installing. So yeah, it just I'm getting good. I'm getting damn good. If there was a NASCAR transmission changer guy, I would be that guy. And I also got that old linkage. Actually, that was really easy. There was a cotter pin on the column shift where it's kind of hard to get to, but once I was able to pop that out, then the whole thing just popped out like some kind of like ball socket joint, and it all just kind of came tumbling down. No big deal. All the old stuff's out. There'll be nothing in there rattling around. But yeah, just got to bolts, lines, drive shaft, and exhaust, and pa! The transmission will be back in the car. Just like that, man. Hey, so the saga continues with the Phoenix, and we're gonna get cracking on that. Just doing work as I have time. Some of you might be wondering, hey Mike, what's with the caveman look? Can't you get a haircut? Can't you shave? And well, the honest answer is that Mrs. Monkey Fab has left me. And since she does all the hard work, I've been having to pick up the slack, and I'm barely hanging on to life. So I'm not going to shave or cut my hair or anything until she comes back, which is in like 5 weeks. So that's more than a month. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to make it. We'll find out. But the car might not make it, because if I don't make it, the car won't. So I think where we left off was the tranny is up, and is still up. I don't think anything's moved since we've left it. And what I needs to be doing is yeah, see, our little thing worked out pretty good. I just need to put the little linkage guy in there and go through the adjustment procedures, blah 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 blah. But hey, we need to throw bolts in between the pads and the this guy, whatever this is, the converter, the flywheel and the converter. We gotta bolt up some lines, and I need to recheck all the mounting. That's what happens when you take too long to pick up a project. You forget. You're like, did I torque that down, or did I just snug it down? I don't know. I'm not sure. So we are going to get to banging away at the transmission, finishing up the install, get that guy up in there. So yeah, then it'll be drivable, and then I'll get motivated to do. I did get some body filler so we can clean up our center console, make it nice and smooth. And then I got this fancy color paint, which I don't know, my iPhone, it was kind of similar to the interior color of the car. Not 100%, I couldn't find anything that was like perfect, but I really don't care. It says duplicates original Ford colors. This is not a Ford. But anyway, that, and you got tranny fluid. And yeah, so we basically just need to bang it all together and get it moving. So we're gonna start working. We're gonna work. Gotta do some work. Okay, so check the converter clearance. It's important to check converter clearance. 1/8 aluminum is great for that because it is 125 thou, so it's 1/8. So that's usually what the clearance called for. This guy, it was all the way up to 3/16. I think I got that right. And which is 0.18. Let's say it's 0.187. But someone who's a machinist will correct me if I'm wrong. So what I did is I took some 16 gauge and put that on there and measured those out, and it was like perfect. So that's like, I think 16 gauge is like 065, so 6, 7, 8. So yeah, that puts us right there. And I really had to work to get that between this pad. So we're in there within that window. So converter clearance is good. I'd rather have it just a tad loose than a bit tight. Those are words to live by. Mrs. Monkey Fab left me. She left me. Don't wanna cry. Don't wanna cry. Nothing I can do could ever compare to making my own food. So hey, check it out. We have the everything kind of bolted up, buttoned up, bolted up. We got the little lines on the transmission cooler, and we got the starter back in there, and these bolts all check. I was kind of worried because you see they stick out, and this, I got this guy kind of close to the flywheel, if you can see this. But yeah, there's a good probably inch clearance between the back, these nuts, because the last one had basically the torque converter was threaded, which I kind of like, but I also kind of like this, because what happens if you strip those out, and you know, that'd be a pain. But so anyway, nice grade 8 hardware with this converter. It is a PTC converter, and you could tell it was nice hardware, probably actually even made in America, maybe. Do I need to tighten this guy up? No, I already did. So the exhaust system is in, and we cleared. What was weird was we were hitting, this guy here was hitting this. You could actually the top of this tube right here, and that was where I was getting some noise. I'm not sure. I have no idea how. I think I had this thing tweaked a bit, so I need to probably bend those guys up, give them a little more tension. Anyway, yeah, speedometer cable, you know, it's in, and I just got to hook this guy up, but all of our goodies for it are upstairs. So this is how the exhaust is set, in case you're new to the channel. It comes down. These turbos are a 3-inch outlet, so it just comes down, and here it shoots over and goes through a resonator, and then it goes to a muffler, and then it goes over the axle, and then kind of see the little meow sticking out the back. And on this side, it's just a straight through pipe basically, and the loud valve. So when you hit like I think it's like 5 psi, the loud valve opens up and just dumps right there in front of the axle. So it's kind of stealthy, although this exhaust system is a little louder than what I would have liked for it to be. It's it was just a shitty Jegs muffler and resonator, and I kind of thought it would choke it down pretty well and be pretty quiet, but it's actually it's not bad. I mean, you can have a conversation in the car, but I was looking for maybe a little bit quieter. No big deal. Yeah, so pretty excited about that, and that's all buttoned up. We can put transmission fluid in it, connect the shifter, and we could actually drive this thing, which sounds like fun. I need to drive it since Miss Monkey Fab has left me. I've had no joy in my life. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And you're always gone too long when you go away. I know. So, yeah. Yeah, I just want to drive this car because I miss it, and it's fun. It gives me joy. So, regardless of what this intersection, the center console's done or not, we're going to stuff some training fluid in this thing and probably drive it tomorrow. Take the mill, do our Monkey Fab mill run tomorrow with the Phoenix. And, yeah. So I'm going to hook up and we'll get it down, get the parts for the shifter, do that, make sure that everything's hitting the bright ball detents in the shift pattern thingy, and put some transmission fluid in it. So we have everything ball buttoned up, and did the shifter, and I just put 1.5 of these guys in it, so I think that's like 5.5 is 7.5, and I had put one in, not one, maybe half, another half, maybe not half in the converter. So what I'm going to do is just lift it up a little bit on the lift and start it up, go through the gears, and just kind of let the fluid do its thing. So here we go. Are we rolling? Make sure we're rolling. Yeah, okay, we're rolling. Make sure neither wheel's touching so I don't go driving through the garage door. All right, good, good. Everything's good, good. Yeah, all right. All right. So the place is filled with gas from the exhaust from the E85, and it won't be long before my eyes are burning. But hey, good. Just gonna let it sit. I'll check the trans fluid in the morning, top it off. It seems to do best that way. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, gonna take the old Phoenix out for a drive. It's the day after I did my last thing, and but I'm not going to be doing anything really exciting because when you're doing the transmission, what happens is it tends to, although it's a little overfilled right now, that it fills in all these little ports and valves and holes and whatnot, and you end up being end up having a little less transmission fluid than what you had hoped or expected. So I'm not going to do anything crazy. Just taking it out to the post office and back, and then we'll check the fluid again. And then after that check, we're already checked twice now, then we should be at a level where we can go out and kind of start beating on it and seeing how things are going to go. So anyway, yeah, we're driving the Phoenix. Phoenix. Got some help. Got Monkey, got Bill. Transmission's doing nicely. There's first, second. No need for it, but there's third. And not too bad. All right, so just took it out. Went to the post office, came back, and everything sounds good. Everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, it just sounds a little nice. Car sounds good. Dogs are annoyed. They like the Volvo better. It's much quieter, much smoother. But I'm happy. Until next time, this is Mike with Monkey Fab. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video. Be sure to go to the website, monkeyfabgarage.com. Check out all the cool little fabrication bits I got. Help you build your own cool turbo car if you consider a Pontiac Phoenix from 1978 cool. I don't know.